Hello, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful week. Real quick here, starting off with the dollar index weekly time frame. As you can see, we put in a very strong, solid green candle here for this past week's action. And from this point on, I'm expecting another push to the upside here. Testing the recent highs here, at least near 97.70, and looking for a potential break to the upside here for another move into the supply zone, which is going to start roughly around that 98. 05-ish level all the way up until about the 98.40 level. So I do think we still have some more upside here out of the dollar. Looks to be pretty clear. Nice price action move up to the 61.8 fib level. Again, near term target 97.70-ish. And then from there, we're going to look for further break to the upside is what I'm thinking. And then that's going to take us into the 98 level, at which point we'll start running into some resistance at that level. And then we might get another pullback. But again, I'll update you all as we go forward in time. Moving along to gold here, as you can see, once again, we have seen that push to the downside, broke the uptrend that we had here, the little mini uptrend line here. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete that, take that out of the way here, and on the back of further potential increase in strength from the dollar index here, we should be pushing down a little bit further here. I would say if this support here, the 1287 breaks down, then obviously we should be pushing down into at least the 1265, 1270 area with a potential for a harder push into around 1247, 1248 as likely. So upside looks to be pretty much gone in my opinion, unless we do see that safe haven bidding come into play, but so far it has not really come into play. But the reassuring thing is we have built a little bit of support here, at least in the interim, at that 1287 level. If that does in fact break, the resistance to the near-term upside is around that 1297 level. That should hold, I would imagine. And if we do test and break below the support at that 1286 level, then we should be pushing down further to, like I said, around 1265, 1270. Beyond that, looking for a further breakdown into the 38.2 fib here, which is around that 1250 level. And moving along here to crude oil. Now, crude was expecting a much more bearish close to the end of the week here. As I mentioned in my last video, that I was expecting the price to just kind of start pulling back into the 57 area. We saw a lot of volatility through this week where the bears did try to come in and had a pretty good move to the downside here on 58.34. There was just no follow through on that. Plus, the bulls came back in and pushed right back into the main uptrend here that we had, our little channel that we were operating within for some time. Again, still possible for some further upside given the strength of this past week's move. The key here is going to be getting above that 60-30 level. If that ends up happening, we start building support at that, then we could see another possible move to the upside here to around the 6160 to 6170 level. And from there, I imagine that would be the line in the sand, and then we should start pulling back again, retesting that 60-30. If that folds, then we're looking for a further push back down into the 58.40 zone. And I believe that will probably hold in the near term, at least until I provide another update as far as videos go. So I'm just going to go ahead and say here that we're looking for 60-30, pretty much looking for that level to hold as support in the near term. And if we do end up getting that, then we should be looking for a further move here to the upside, maybe close to that 62 area. We'll see exactly where we stop out at, and or top out at, excuse me, and then looking for a pretty hard move back down here to at least the 59.30 with a great potential to come back into the 58.30. But again, allow the move to, completely provide that confirmation, which is that stability or support around that 60.30. That happens, and you're looking for an upside move here, break the recent high 60.70, and obviously you're looking for those 61.70s, 61.60s, and then a nice strong reversal here, probably going to be the end of this move to the upside in the near term. Just going to go ahead and save that for reference for next week. And we'll move along here to natural gas. Again, still, meeting the target towards the downside here. It looks like it still has a lot more to go here. And let's just go ahead and load up that daily. So on a daily time frame, as you can see, pushing the chart out a little bit here, we broke below that 270 mark that we were looking for here, and again, still looking for further price depreciation down into around the 261 level. Might see an interim bounce off that 261 level, but still further looking for a 100% retracement here, which would align with this low here, and that's around that 2.54 level. So still thinking further downside here for natural gas as well. With the main support here after an interim bounce here off the 261.2 area, should push down into the 254s, probably, if not this week, then the following week is the way I'm kind of seeing it right now. So we'll see how that plays out. If anybody has any questions, as always, please feel welcome to shoot me an email, thetradersperspective@gmail.com. You can also stop by my IG or Instagram or Twitter, wherever is easiest for you to reach out to me. But I am usually pretty responsive, especially during the week, as I'm observing what's happening with the S&P futures, Russell, crude, and the other futures that I am engaging in. So this past week, and then ended up just making a few points here. Was a total of about 23 points that I netted as far as my personal gains, trading just the ES or S&P 500 futures. Missed out on a pretty decent move here. I think it was on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday I missed out on a nice one. I just was kind of sidetracked, and I just missed out on the opportunity to make another 15 points off that. So not a bad week, not a great week. 23 points in the bag. See how things go through April here, but should be pretty strong, pretty strong month for some nice volatility as we have Brexit, and then we have the blackout period for corporate buybacks as the earnings start pouring in. So again, we'll see what happens with the lower buy volume and how these earnings come in as well, with the whole Brexit deal in play as well. So a lot going on this month. Everybody be careful. As always, use your stops. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave them at the bottom of the video. Subscribe to the channel for the Sunday video editions, and also you can always, as welcome to just reach out to me via email, thetradersperspective@gmail.com. Have a fantastic week. Green trades to you all.